Good morning, y'all. I think I'm back in the kitchen. I got to go to one more doctor's appointment, but other than that, I think that I'm doing good. So today, I just decided we were going to have some hamburger steaks, and that's made out of hamburger meat. So come on over here and let's start them. This is some hamburger meat that Hannah gave me. They bought a half a cow from a man who raises cows, and it's really good meat. And so somebody else got the other half, and Hannah and Walt got this half. And these scissors aren't worth nothing. Oh my goodness. But anyway, see how pretty the meat is? It's some good hamburger meat. It's nice when you can buy from a local farmer. It is. I'll get me some more scissors. I'll save these little things for something else. I don't know what, but they're not doing good. All right, so now then, this is what you call good scissors. All right, here's our meat. I don't know how much that is, probably a pound or two, I don't know. But there it is, and I'm going to divide these up into hamburger patties, and we're going to fry them in here. Now, if you don't want to make it in a hamburger patty shape, what you could do is make it in a meatballs. But I'm going to pull off about that much, and I'm going to just shape me a little tiny hamburger shape, like that. That's what I want right there. Little hamburger steak, and I'm gonna put that in, and I don't know how many it'll make, but I'm gonna make the whole thing of it though. I do know that. We're just gonna put them in there, and I'm not gonna salt or pepper anything right now, because I'm gonna make gravy to go in this hamburger steak, and we're gonna make some rice and stuff like that to go with it. So, all right, looks like we're gonna have about 6. But they're small, and that's okay. Y'all can come over here and look. Did y'all have a good night last night? I did. I slept so good. Oh my goodness. I slept really good last night. I was excited. I went to bed about 9, and I slept till almost 5 this morning. So that's a good little night's sleep. I got cold though. My feet kept getting cold. I don't know if my blood's circulating right or what, but my feet were so cold last night. I put a blanket in the bed with me and wrapped my feet up in it. I guess I could have gotten up and gotten a pair of socks on. All right, so we've got these in here. I got it turned on high till it starts frying up. You can hear it now, can't you? Oh, goodness. Let me put this up and wash my hands a little bit. So all we're going to do is fry these on both sides. And if it doesn't get completely done in the middle, that is okay. Because I'm going to take these out a little bit, and we're going to make the gravy and put these back in the gravy. And I also today took your advice. I peeled my onions right there. This is what I had left right here in my basket over there. I peeled them under the water. As the cold water was running on them, I peeled them. And I'm going to turn this down because I don't want it cooking too fast. And my eyes didn't cry. I still can't wear eye makeup, but I got on the lipstick and some earrings. All right, so here we go. It's Sunday morning, y'all, here, and I'm making this. What I probably am going to do today, I'm cooking lunch for dinner. And we're going to have hamburger steaks, but we're going to have some other things. And so what I'll probably do is just film every single thing separate and show you on different days, because I can't let you be on here for 2 hours, and that's probably what time I'm going to be in here. So anyway, All right, let these fry a little bit, and we're going to flip them over. Okay, now it's time to kind of turn them over real gently. Try not to tear them up. It's still dark outside, but it'll be turning daylight in a minute. I'm going to get these done because I want them to cook in this good gravy that I'm going to make. See how pretty they are? What a good little dinner we're going to have today. Y'all, it finally turned daylight, and I want you to see what I see. We had a little dusting of snow last night. Look. Oh, my goodness. In South Alabama, we have gotten a little snow. I'm so excited. Isn't it pretty? Oh, it looks so good. We don't see it much. It hadn't covered much of the ground. That's my little driveway out there. But I am so excited. Let me take a picture of me in the snow. You know, when I was a little girl, I've told y'all this before, it snowed in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Let me shut my door. And, you know, kids are crazy, and I was crazy too. I told Mom, I said, let me go get on my bathing suit and run outside, and I want you to take a picture of me in the snow, Mama. She said, run on out there. And I had a two-piece bathing suit. Back there we didn't wear bikinis, but I had a two-piece that came up, and it was white with big purple flowers on it. And I ran out in the backyard barefooted, about naked, and she clicked a picture or two of me in the backyard. Then I ran in as quick as I could. And I wish I had that picture today to show y'all. I know it's around here somewhere, but I hadn't seen it in 20 years, so I don't know. We're just over here cooking these good old hamburgers this morning. We're going to make us some good old dinner today. We're going to have some hamburger steak. And that will be delicious. Hey, y'all, we got to take the hamburgers out of the grease. They are ready. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn it off for just a second till I get them out. Just take your hamburgers out. Uh-oh. Sorry. Take your hamburgers out and just set them aside. Because now we're going to make the gravy. Now, a lot of the hamburger meat you buy in the store has a lot of fat in it. And you want some fat in your hamburgers. You want enough to make the gravy. Now, come up here and look at this. I turned it off. This doesn't have very much grease at all. Matter of fact, there's hardly any in there. And I need a little bit to make some gravy. So I'm just going to take some of this bacon grease. As you can take olive oil or butter or what, coconut oil, whatever you want. I'm just going to get just a little bit out and put in here because I need it to make some gravy. I'm going to melt this. Now I'm going to get me out some white lily flour to go in it, and we're going to make kind of like a roux. Y'all call it roux. Some people do. All right, let me get me a bowl and I'll get some flour. You don't want to put but maybe 3 tablespoons of flour in here. So let me get that. Here's how you make gravy. You have, and this could be chicken gravy or any other kind of gravy, but I've got my grease in my skillet, hamburger grease, and a little bit of extra. It looks like it's probably maybe 6 or 7 tablespoons of it. I'm going to turn my oven back on because I turned it off. Now here's my flour. This is white lily flour. You can use self-rising or plain. It does not matter. But remember, the plain doesn't have salt in it. So you're going to need to probably add a little more salt to your gravy than you would if you're using self-rising. This is a teaspoon. That's 4. Whoop! That's 4. All right, I'm gonna let this do in here a little bit. I'm gonna put one more. I think it needs one more. A big heaping one. All right. You can kind of tell how much you need to put by the if it's too greasy, that means you need to add some more. If it's too floury, well, there's nothing you can do but add a little more grease. All right, I've got it turned on 7, and it looks a little bit greasy, so I'm gonna add one more. And a half of them. There we go. Like that, okay? Now I've got it turned on, and you want to cook it until it gets as brown of gravy as you like, okay? I've got my water sitting beside me. I do not use milk in hamburger steak. I use water. Sometimes I'll make milk gravy out of chicken fat when I fry chicken, but I like the water in it. It really, you can taste the actual goodness of the gravy. All right, see how I'm doing it around? I haven't added any salt or pepper yet. And I'll show you why in a minute. All right, that's getting pretty brown. That looks about like I want it. So now I'm going to put my water in there. And I'm going to stand back. I don't want anything getting in my eyes since I just had my cataracts removed. All right, there we go. Now, sometimes if it gets too thick, you're going to have to add a little bit more water, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get my water just in case. While y'all are watching it. Don't let it burn now. I am so excited about this snow. It is so beautiful out there. I had to stay in anyway, so now I can just look out the window at all this beautiful snow we're having. All right. That looks good. All right, now what I'm going to do, sometimes I don't do this, but sometimes I do. I put me a package of dried onion soup mix in my gravy. I like it. It tastes good. It's just got a lot of spices and stuff in it and some dried onion, and I like it in there. It makes your gravy taste really good. All right. Let that cook. You want your flour to cook a little bit. All right, see how pretty that is, y'all. This is one reason, because I put that in there, that I didn't add any salt and pepper yet, but I'm going to. I got to taste it first, but I want you to just see how the gravy kind of looks. All right, since I'm going to let these cook in this gravy needs to be a little bit thinner than you actually want it, okay? Because it'll cook down. All right, that looks good. It's kind of watery right now, but it'll be thicker once these hamburger patties cook in it, okay? Let's put our hamburger patties back in there. Into our gravy. We're going to let these cook. And in the meantime, I could have put my onions on in there, but in the meantime, I'm going to cut up my onions. Oh boy, that looks good. All right, turn it down real low. I'm going to turn it on 3, because all I want it to do is simmer in that gravy. And if they weren't done on the inside, they will be done in just a matter of minutes. All right, so here's what you can do with this. Look how good that looks. Isn't that pretty? Let me get it over there where you can see it. Put some gravy on top. Now, wouldn't you like to have that on some rice? Or, we're going to have rice today. Or you could have it on creamed potatoes. That would be delicious. Those are the two favorites of mine to eat hamburger steak on. I don't like it on noodles. All right, we got that turned down. And that's it. That's it. That's all you do. Now, I'm going to, what I'm going to do is cut up these onions right here. I didn't have all the same color, but this is all I had in my onion basket. So I've got 2 purple ones and 2 white. I'm going to cut those real fine, and I'm going to put them in this skillet and saute them. All right, so I've got my white onion cut up, and now I'm going to cut my red onion up. And y'all, when I'm sauteing onions, it takes more than you think it does. I'm going to cut these in skinny slivers. Just cut it in half and then cut little skinny slivers. And we're going to saute this in butter. And when you can, see, I've got some folks in my family that's not so crazy about onions as I am. So what I do is I do them in a separate pan and put them in a little bowl. And then when they put their hamburger steak on top of their potatoes or their rice and put all that gravy, then whoever wants it can put sauteed onions on top of that. And you talk about good. Oh, my goodness. But here's what I'm talking about when I can say skinny slivers. I just cut it in half and then just do this, and then everything's good. Everything's good. Did y'all ever go outside with your bathing suit on or do something crazy when you were a teenager like I did? I think it's just what teenagers do. You know, they're not thinking, and they're not grown. Their brain ain't even developed till they're, I think our brain doesn't develop till, it's a long time, like maybe, I used to know how long it was. Maybe 30, 25 or 30. It's a long time. This looks like a lot of onions, but I'm telling you, when we get these sauteed down, there won't be enough to say grace over. All right. Here we go. This is the last one. We're fixing to put it in our skillet, and we are going to have some good hamburger steak for lunch today. Put our onions, and we're going to put them in our skillet. That's probably I don't know, tablespoon of butter, and I may need a little more, and I'm going to turn my eye on. And I want you to notice something over here while I'm doing it. My gravy is cooking down, and I want this to stay in here longer than that. So I'm going to put just a scoop of water in it. Just a little bit, not much. So it can continue to, simmer and cook. Because I'm not ready to have it ready yet. I will taste it. Let me taste it. Well, I'll have to go get my pickup stick. I'm not supposed to bend over. Here's our gravy. Let's taste it. Oh my goodness, that's good. Let me get my pickup stick. I'll show y'all what I do. Here it is, to keep me from bending over. I picked up all my onions today out of my basket with this. So I just reached down on the floor, which y'all can't see it, but I reached down and picked this spoon up and put it over here in the sink. Hey, as my mother used to say, where there's a will, there is a way. You got to set your mind to it. All right, I'm going to put this back over here. one day I dropped the actual pickup stick, and I thought, what am I going to do now? I'm going to turn this down real low. And I'm going to put my onions in it. Okay, move this off of there. There we go. All right, so here we go. Here are our beautiful onions, and we are going to gently saute these. We're not in any hurry. Let them cook down, and all those good onion juices will come out of there. And we're going to put this on top of our hamburger steak and gravy and rice. For our Sunday dinner today. I don't even know if they're having church today since I got up and it's snow on the ground. You know, we don't do well in Alabama when it snows because we don't know how to drive. But I think that it's going to be okay. I think we're going to have it because the roads look pretty clear unless they freeze up. All right, so this is how you make hamburger steak, y'all. This is it. And these are going to cook down, and that's going to cook a little more. I might have to add a little more water to it. But that's all it is. And thank y'all for watching me on Cooking with Brenda Gantt. And if you're seeing this, look up at the top. If you're on YouTube, look up at the top. If it says hamburger steak or whatever, and it says Cooking with Brenda Gantt, and right under it, it says Shepherd Outdoors, that is not my page. What they did is they somehow copied this video and put it on YouTube, on YouTube. And so, it's not mine. But go to Cooking with Brenda Gantt on YouTube. I'm putting this one on Facebook. I'm putting this on Facebook. This is Facebook. And I'm putting it on Facebook. But they copy it and put it on YouTube. And they shouldn't do that. That's stealing from me. But my page on YouTube says Cooking with Brenda Gantt. If you press it, like to see how many followers I've got or whatever. And it will say, it's got some numbers behind it. And it's 9. Well, let me do like that. 9. I'm sorry, it isn't 9. It isn't 9. Oh my gosh, it's 8. It's 8. 9. 7. 897 is what it is. And that's my real YouTube page. And I have, this morning, I think I had 179 or 180,000 followers. And that's mine. And I enjoy reading your comments. Somebody wrote in the other day on YouTube. They said, oh my goodness, I found the real one. And I said, good for you, girlfriend. I usually try to answer some of y'all's little questions and things on there. And I don't know if that fake station does it, but I do it. All right, y'all, we're going to let this cook down. And that's all it is to it. And I'm going to say goodbye. And you fix you some good rice or some cream potatoes and put that gravy on top. And it really didn't need any salt. Because I guess because of that package that I put in there. So, but I am going to add some pepper. I love y'all. Have a great Sunday. And take care. Love you. Bye-bye.